Introduction. History of university adult education lies in agriculture extension is intimately related to the development in technology. The need for extension was felt in Europe and North America during the 18th century in the wake of industrial development to take advantage of science and technology to the doorsteps of the farmers. Agriculture societies were also formed. The roots of extension education, however, can be traced back to year 1840 when the term university extension was first used in Britain. To take the knowledge to the doorsteps of common people, the first practical step were taken in 1867-68 when James Stewart, Fellow of Trinity College, Cambridge, England, gave lecture to women association and working men's clubs. James Stewart is called the father of university extension. The system was accepted by the Cambridge as well as Oxford University in 1873. Adult education program have changed significantly, growing from a narrow vocational skills focus to more broadly encompasses fields like information technology. The main source of adult education are public schools, colleges, universities, preparatory schools and the government. During the 1990s, the government began taking a more important role in adult education. Many pieces of legislation began popping up, such as the Smith-Lever Act of 1914, which provided federal fund for training in farming and home economics. There were finance vocational programs. During the Great Depression, the government sponsored adult extension program is to help create jobs for out of worker teachers. At the end of World War II, the government set up a program for veterans waiting to go to school. This program was known as the Old Bill of Rights. The 1962 Manpower Development and Training Act and the 1964 Economic Opportunity Act both provided federal funds for training unemployed adults. The Economic Opportunity Act also established the Adult Basic Education Program. The first adult education programs began in the 70s and are still a regular part of many education systems. I beg pardon, apprenticeship were one of the first adult education programs. They were offered during the colonial period. In an apprenticeship, a person would learn an art of trade by working for a skilled master for a certain number of years. Masters also often taught their apprentices how to read and write, but extension was the core element in the earlier time, where history of university adult education lies with the growth of agriculture extension. In modern times, development of adult education or university adult education has never been so rapid manner. It has taken the long time to establish such a position, although the priority in the area of intervention has developed and changed according to the need and objective of achievement. So, as the priority and role of university adult education shifted time to time according to the need and demand, although it has started from agriculture extension which later on transformed. The study on university adult education till 9th plan in chapter 1st has tried to cover the certain objectives to analyze the different aspects of its development. These are analysis of the phases of development of university adult education, status of university adult education in India, understand the prospects and courses, challenges and opportunities. The study has been chapterized in two parts to understand broadly about the university adult education in India. The study is conducted on the basis of available primary and secondary scientific and policy documents, analysis as well as the practical experience of the other, who has been actively involved in the development of university adult education in India. Currently, he is working as a senior professor adult continuing education, University of Delhi. Growth of agriculture extension education as a discipline in India, a step towards the adult education. In India, the development of adult education or university adult education started from agriculture extension, where later on the extension became the core element, third dimension in university adult education other than teaching and research. If we see the history of university adult education in India, extension education at undergraduate level started in the year 1950 at the College of Agriculture, Calcutta University. The first postgraduate teaching was launched in 1955 at Bihar Agriculture University, Sabor. Next was the postgraduate program initiated at the College of Nagpur in 1958 that laid down the foundation of university adult education in India. At the same time, division of dairy extension established at National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal in May 1961 to undertake extension activities. Besides teaching and research in dairy extension and its research endeavors in the area of information and communication technology, organizational behavior, information management, participatory technology development and its involvement in human resource development through postgraduate and doctoral programs in dairy extension education is also understand in the part of adult education development, which provided the basis of later development. Development of university adult education in India. The involvement of institution of higher learning, colleges and universities in adult education has been a slow but steady in process, while a small number of colleges were already associated with a variety of community development programs, including adult literacy. Even during the colonial period, during the University of India, aloof till the 1960, when Dr. Mohan Singh Mehta made the first systematic Department of Adult Education at the University of Rajasthan 1962, mainly based on the model of Canadian University Adult Education. He strongly believed that the university should not be confined itself to offering degree and research program, but provide a variety of continuing education program suited to the needs of local community by taking a campus to community. It was affirmed in 1964 when Kothari Commission first articulated the concept of extension as the trinity of teaching, research and extension, and found adult education is as wide as life, where first time it pictures the university of the development of adult education in any education commission report in India. The commission stated that extension was essential for making education relevant to real life situation, for preventing the alienation of the educate from society, for developing the educand a sense of responsibility towards society, for developing the teacher's knowledge through a wide exposure to real life situations. During the third 5-year plan, that is 1961 to 66, as significant progress was not achieved in promoting adult literacy during first and second 5-year plan. The problem was studied afresh with the view of working out means for the expansion of adult literacy program of the Ministry of Education, provided the further development of National Fundamental Education Center as part of the National Institute of Education, production of literature for new literates assistance for voluntary organization in the field of social education, and expansion of library facilities. In the meantime, the Education Commission observed that literacy of it is a worthwhile, must be functional. This led to the launching of the inter-ministerial project of farmers training and functional literacy in 1967-68, aimed at high yielding varieties of seeds through adult education, was a step in this direction. The program covered 144 districts where nearly 8,640 classes were organized for about 2.6 lakh farmer adults by 1977-78. But in this program, the clientele remained selective and several largely illiterate groups, that is artisans, landless laborers, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and women got neglected. So, third plan provided pinnacle for the development of university adult education. In this chapter, it has tried that the university adult education in India, that is opting out to the planned period. Fourth 5-year plan 1969-74, adult education century largely as functional literacy was covered in 2 stages. The first stage was to be in the form of mass movement, largely dependent on mobilization of local resources, both personal and financial. Students and teachers were recognized as the important assets in this movement, where popular leadership provided by voluntary organizations and the panchayats were also the key for this period. The second stage was to include a regular and systematic education of those who are identified at the first stage as being capable with suitable follow-up. The entire program, financed jointly by the state and local community, programs of adult education were developed in industrial and commercial undertakings, public and private, and by voluntary organization. Fifth 5-year plan 1974-79. The very planned period provided to be moving year as far as the concern on development of adult education or institutionalization of adult education in higher education. In 1976, the Adult and Continuing Education and Extension Cell was established. Later on, it was upgraded as the Center for Adult Continuing Education and Extension, with the aim of planned involvement of the university and colleges in community extension activities. In this plan, the Center Advisory Board in its meeting held in 1974 and 1975 lent strong support to non-formal education program for adults with emphasis on functional dimension. The scheme of functional literacy for adult women started in 1975-76 aimed at enabling illiterate adult women to acquire functional skills along with literacy to promote better awareness of health, hygiene, child care. Till date, overriding priority was given to primary education on the assumption that the expansion of primary education would automatically take care of problems of illiterate. UGC guidelines on third dimension. In 1977, the University Grants Commission first incorporated extension in its systematic structure of higher education when it started that if the university system has to discharge adequately the responsibility to the entire education system and to the society as a whole, it must assume extension as the third important responsibility and give it to the same status as teaching and research. This is a new and extremely significant area which should be developed on the basis of high priority UGC third dimension report in Encyclopedia of Adult Education 1999. The acceptance of extension as the third dimension equal in importance to teaching and research was in the context of growing realization that university and colleges having institutional manpower, knowledge and physical resources had an obligation to develop sensitivity to involve the development of community with the particular reference to the overall and diverse learning needs of all the segments of the people and the community, and henceforth the involvement of establishment Department of Adult Continuing Education in Indian universities geared. Initially, the university extension program came under two broader categories. The first one was extension services for the schools and colleges. For the universities were expected to work with the secondary and elementary school in either neighborhood and help them in education of teachers. It was also felt that the research development program for the education system was the responsibility of the university. Second was the extension services in the community. It was envisaged that the university and college will develop close relationship with the local communities and students and teacher of the higher education to be engaged in community work with the higher education system, was engaged through curriculum, co-curricular activities, research and material development. Extension is an idea of when a university or a college go to the community. If we take with a group of people and get of services for certain period of time, the UGC policy statement of 1977 and the Conference of Vice Chancellors of 1981 and also through the report of the expert committee for the evaluation of poverty under the chairmanship of M.S. Swaminathan 1982 has enabled the UGC for formulating guidelines for undertaking the activities of extension education in Indian universities, which was circulated to all universities in India by 1982. It was only in 1978-77 that the government decided to accord due weightage to adult education along with the provisions of universalization of elementary education and the National Adult Education Program. Center based program was launched on October 1978 and National Literacy Mission was launched on 5th May 1988 for the promotion of literacy among the illiterate in the age group of 15 to 35 years. 30 million by 1990 and an additional 50 million by 1995. This target has since been revised to making 100 million persons literate during the 8th 5-year plan, that is between 1992 and 1997. It was based on campaign mode, area specific, time bound, cost effective, vocational based, result oriented. Under 596 districts had launched total literacy campaign in the country. Among them 191 districts implemented post literacy program. In 238 districts opted continuing education phase. Ongoing structure. The Bureau of Adult Education and National Literacy Mission under the Development of Elementary Education and Literacy of the Ministry of Human Resource and Development function as the Secretariat of National Literacy Mission Authority. The General Council of NLMA is headed by MHRD and Executive Council is headed by the Secretary, Elementary Education and Literacy. The Directorate of Adult Education provides necessary technical and resource support to the NLMA. Core objective was to provide self-reliance in 3 R's: functionality, awareness. In the study, it is found that NAEP 92 universities and 2138 colleges in 18 states and 2 union territories was deeply involved in this EP movement with the collaborations of NLMA and university, where NLMA agreed to release the separate fund of 4 to 6 research fellow who would select the topic of PhD related to the ongoing NAEP Mohan Kumar 2014. During the period, for the first time, adult education was put on the educational agenda of the nation and thereby made center to the development approach that was pursued and launched by NAEP. There was a positive shift in UGC policy towards the adult education, as UGC provided 100% funding support to universities. The students of colleges were institutions, classrooms level workers, supervisors to monitor 60 adult education centers and project officers, assistant directors, directors in adult education centers of department to undertake the various programs and activities supported by the UGC. However, National Adult Education Center set up the communities like Mahila Mandal, Farmers Association and Literacy Group to facilitate it. At the same time, for taking adult education program, on one hand this policy change led by the expansion of university adult education in India, and as much as 103 universities set up adult education departments by 1997. That gave the research boost in the field of adult education in India. Few universities took up research studies in the broad area of curriculum program, implementation and evaluation, continuing education, doctoral, more some of the university departments of adult education, social work and education were also associated with the evaluation studies sponsored by NLMA. During 1976-77, the university system started developing like between adult education, social sciences. However, the NAEP was not very successful because it was traditional, honorarium based, hierarchical and government funded and controlled. The UGC under the new initiative supported the introduction of post-MA courses in adult education in Delhi University, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, SNDT University, University of Madras, Sri Venkateswar and Rajasthan University, University of Kerala, where in the second phase MA in adult education and extension, rural development were also introduced. Name some of the prominent university who provided full time courses were University of Delhi with MA, MPhil and PhD program, University Jawaharlal Nehru University, Venkateswar University. Other universities were SNDT Women's University, Jamia Millia University, Extension Department of Pune University and Northeastern University along with Deen Dayal Upadhyay University, Gorakhpur. Other than in social sciences, short term courses were also introduced and mandated by the UGC. The variety of courses like public interest litigation, modern mathematics for parents, science and sports medicine, travel and tourism, the short term need based skill oriented courses under continuing education by interdisciplinary and professional institutions provide large scale exposure to Center Department of Adult Continuing Education. In 1999, counseling and guidance introduced by the UGC in way a large number of beneficiaries also mark the work of university adult education. Sixth 5-year plan 1980 to 1985. The plan emphasized minimum essential education to all adult irrespective of their age, sex and residence. This was to be achieved by flexibility, intersectoral collaboration, interagency collaboration. These efforts were to be supported by post literacy continuing education through a network of rural libraries as well as institutional programs conducted through mass communication medias. Non-formal education for adults, particularly in the productive age group 15 to 35, years was to receive priority in the sixth five-plan in view of the potential for immediate impact in raising the level of productivity in the economy. The program was designed giving priority to a lot of weaker sections like women, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and agriculture laborers as well as slum dwellers. In the meantime, while to take review of the National Adult Education Program, a committee under the chairmanship of Professor D. S. Kothari was appointed by the Government of India in 1980, which recommended modification for improvement of adult education program. It felt the need of large percentage of students in adult education program and recommended that the university and college should be recognized as implementing agencies of NAEP. Universities and colleges be involved in the greater manner possible extension through NSS and otherwise. In the period, the Government of India had initiated action in organizing adult literacy throughout the country and take provisions of spreading on university elementary education for age group 16 to 14 with special emphasis of girls. 20-point program. The UGC with the Government of India appointed a working group under the chairmanship of Dr. Madhuri Shah to review the ongoing adult education program and extension through universities and colleges. UGC and prepared guidelines for the implementation of point 16 under 20-point program 1983-1989 for working group laid emphasis on teachers, students involvement in adult literacy program. It felt that the objective of the program should at plan be involved by the universities and colleges in the eradication of illiteracy for promoting the process of interaction of university colleges with the community. Dr. Madhuri Shah tried very hard to involve persons in higher education in socially useful and community oriented work. She has delivered a prestigious Dr. Zakir Hussain Memorial Lecture at Patna in National Conference, All India Education Conference in 1981, where her work shows the direction and importance of university role in adult education and extension. Democracy is of little benefit to the people if they are to remain uneducated and the number of illiterates remain high. She opines that in such a case, higher education cannot remain isolated. In her words, Ivory Tower, she felt that university are the creation of society and hence they must serve the community which are part of the society. The report of the working group entitled Report of UGC Working Group on point 16 of the new 20-point program of the Government of India 1993 adopted center based literacy program approach for eradication of illiteracy and suggested a model of involvement of university and colleges. The report also suggested that the Department of Adult Education, NSS and NCC unit of the central universities should try to involve large number of teachers and students of the university and the shifted colleges to the program of education and illiteracy. Dr. S. Shah 1990, a single mechanism is needed to create in the university system for better results, continuity, flexibility, cooperation, recognition, training, monitoring, evaluation, post literacy, follow up and research etc. should be given due importance. The policy maker at UGC level to enlarge the extension education in 1984, the scheme of population education clubs in the universities and colleges was prepared and the responsibility of ongoing activities in this sphere was entrusted with the Department of Adult Continuing Education and Extension in Indian universities. The objective were as follows: to make the student community aware of the dynamic of population and to enable them to understand the determinants and consequences of the population problem, to make understand population policy and program of the country and appreciate the need of small family norm, to monitor the activities of population education of different states. The UGC in 1987 established 12 population education resource centers and later on added 5 more centers. UGC UNFPA project on population and development education in higher education system. The DESIs in the country under the leadership of respective PERCs implement programs of population education up to 2002. But in 2002, PERCs merged with the regular program of UGC, but financial assistance stopped from UNFPA, where after the UGC in 1977 guidelines proved to be a paradigm shift in the approaches of adult education and its development as a discipline. Agriculture extension started as a community outreach, functional literacy and various other form according to the different requirement of time, and one of the noticeable things that happened in the history of university adult education was that its development transit from application to theory building and institutionalization, changing concept of university adult education in India after independence. The first approach is participatory. In the orientation, the phase is 1947 to 65 and the key focus is capacity building, technological transfer for the farmers and functional development. Training to the farmer was the main programs. Second was the developmental phase 1966 to 67. Capacity building, technology transfer to the farmers and functional literacy. In this phase, setting the Department of Adult Continuing Education at the University of Rajasthan in 1964, Kothari Commission 1964 and non-formal education focus, center based approach 1978-88, targeted intervention based approach for literacy and extension community outreach was felt. UGC guidelines 1977 or National Adult Education Program was the focus of center based approach. The next is campaign mode 1988-2006, university NLMA collaborations as well as voluntary agencies intervention, TLC, PLC, continuing education, population education, full time academic courses, quality research in adult continuing education was the focus of the campaign mode. The next phase is consolidation of discipline from 2008 to till date. In this phase, the development of lifelong learning, development of theories, good research, comparative study, etc. The various national, international collaboration MOUs were set up. This box shows formulated by the author is implemented the development of university adult education in India phase wise after the implementation of adult education. 7th 5-year plan 1985 to 1990. In continuation with the program of eradication of illiteracy, continuing education and population education in 1985, the UGC added one more component to achieve the department, namely a scheme of planning forum universities and colleges with objectives to create an awareness of need for planned development of the country among the student community and involve them in national development efforts right from the planning stage to develop conscience among the educated youth in particular and through them among the general public. But due to policy decision taken by the UGC, this activity was shifted from DESI to Department of Economics in Indian universities in 1988. Eradication of adult literacy and the development a program of continuing adult education was a major thrust in the 7th plan. During this plan period, the Planning Commission's objective was to address the need of 19 million people aged 15 to 35 in the adult education program. The network of libraries was to play a role in the development of literature for new literates. Library system were to be strengthened with the specific attention given to improvement of faculties at the national level institutions. The strategies to achieve the goal was through a mass movement involving social institutions, voluntary organizations, students, teachers, employees and the community. In the year 1986, Government of India declared its national policy of education, and in the program of action it introduced the scheme of mass program for functional literacy. The main objective of this program was involvement of students and teachers in universities and colleges in eradication of illiteracy. An approach adopted in this scheme were flexible. Under the MPFL, the literacy course was to be imparted for approximately 150 hours by the student volunteers. Committee of UGC 1987 report. In accordance with the UGC policy, the UGC periodically conducts review of activities under the third dimension, and hence it appointed committee under the chairmanship of Professor Ram Lal Parikh 1987 to take a review of performance of DESI, and later on the report of this committee was published in 1988. The UGC decided that the universities and colleges should adopt the area development envisage interlinkages of the existing program of removal of illiteracy, continuing education, etc. The area development approach thus requires institution to restore to sharing and networking approach. The 1988 guidelines had recommended that each university to develop integral approach and adopt area based program which include adult education, centers, Jan Shikshan Nilayams and institutions based program. The guidelines also speak about organizational structure at the UGC and university level, staff training, etc., and regarding qualifications, scale of pay of director, assistant director and project officer and other supporting staff of DESI. To introduce institution mechanism for post literacy program, the Jan Shikshan Nilayam was introduced like center government as per the recommendation of National Policy of Education 1986. Adult Education Center through the college enrolled thousands of adult illiterate population, where college students work as the instructors, on rupees 100 token honorarium per adult education center. College pursuing adult education program appointed one teacher at adult education teacher to motivate the college youth through the core curricular activities like poster competition, debate, play, etc. To further motivate learners and instructions of adult education center in Delhi universities colleges, a group of motivators formed which performed up in 30 colleges as the theme daughter is born, Beti Aayi Hai. The performance was highly appreciated and thousands of the college students used the advocacy in the community mobilization program Personal Experiences of Author, 8th 5-year plan 1992-97. The guidelines of 1992-93 was the continuation of 1988 guidelines. The uniqueness of the guidelines is the introduction of nodal agencies for day siege. According to the provisions of the UGC, identified 13 nodal universities in collaboration and monitor the work of day siege. Universalization of elementary education, eradication of illiteracy in the age group of 15 to 35 years age group, strengthening vocational education in relation to emerging needs of urban and rural settings were the major thrust of the plan. These goals were to be achieved by using formal, non-formal and open channels of learning. The plan started to these states with an advancement of library system. Rural libraries should become the focal points of post literacy and continuing education program. I quote UGC 8 5-year plan 1992. Book promotion was also emphasized in this plan to be promoted by the organization of a national center for children literature, which should produce 3000 titled annually. Important books were to be used, translated into the various Indian languages, and books for new literates published. Publishers and voluntary agencies were to be given assistance, and the school library program undertaking as part of the operational Blackboard scheme for the National Policy on Education 1986 was the continuation. National Policy of Education 9th Plan 1997 to 2002. UGC 9th Plan guideline was again the continuation of old guidelines. The guidelines directs department to undertake adult continuing education for university groups, adult extension education for those not eligible for university based courses, and community outreach by reaching out to cater the need of the society. The unique feature of the guidelines was that introduction of different type of programs in vocational, career oriented programs, equivalency programs, quality of life improvement programs, leadership and human resource development program, social and citizenship role, awareness and individual interest programs. This guidelines advises the department to develop the discipline of andragogy through academic courses and also to adopt collaborative program approach for implementation of extension education activities under 9th 5-year plan. The emphasis during the 9th plan was also on restoring the local moments of adult education program and making it more effective by clarifying the administrative and financial role of the center, state, Jila Saksharta Samiti, Panchayati Raj institutions, PRIs, other local bodies and non-governmental organizations. Therefore, the focus was on decentralized and disaggregated planning and implementation of literacy, post literacy, continuing education program. The proposed measures to do this were devolution of power from the National Literacy Mission Authority to State Literacy Mission Authority for financial sanction of projects under the Total Literacy Campaign and Post Literacy Campaign. Empowerment of PRIs and urban local bodies to achieve universal literacy. Other groups included increasing the range and depth of NGOs, involvement of literacy campaigns, meeting the special needs of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and reducing rural urban male female disparities in literacy through the campaign mode. The National Literacy Mission program was revamped in 1999 to remove some lacunae. While increasing the scope of the program, the pinnacles and norms of financial assistance schemes under NLMA were also substantially enhanced. The NLM had covered 96.64 million persons under various adult literacy schemes up to December 2001. out of 593 districts in the country, 160 districts were covered under TLC, 264 under PLC, including 30 under the Rural Functional Literacy Program and 152 under the Continuing Education Program. NLMA was then engaged in the task of imparting functional literacy to persons in the age group 15 to 35 and had set up a medium term goal for itself to achieve a sustainable threshold literacy level by 75% by 2005. As far as the financial assistance to be given to the universities is concerned, 1997 policy categorized universities in different phases. The phase system introduced nodal agencies, phase 3, phase 2 and phase 1, A and B departments, and accordingly financial assistance was provided to the department. During the above period, development of the university adult education was very much under the strict direction of UGC, where if time to time through the various guidelines regulated the role of universities according to the need of the program and government priorities. Accordingly to the various study, it has found that since the Government of India NLM provides funds to UGC to implement the program, UGC tends to adopt the program package designed by National Literacy Mission, thus had limited role and the success. The quality of the university adult education in the country can be enhanced only by the UGC assert its autonomy and moves away from the government designed programs packages. UGC needs to define the concept of university adult education in India and subsequently encourage the university to design university specific programs. Then perhaps the university involvement of the higher education institutions in literacy adult education work would be more distinct and effective. I quote S. Y. Shah 1997.